Good evening. I am Eric Austin, Chair of the Canadian Ski Hall of Fame and Museum, and it's my great pleasure to welcome you this evening to celebrate the class of 2020 as they are inducted into the Canadian Ski Hall of Fame. The Canadian Ski Hall of Fame is dedicated to the recognition of incredible individuals who have reached the pinnacle of success and have greatly contributed to the advancement of skiing and snowboarding in Canada. Since its inception in 1982, over 175 honored members have been inducted into the Canadian Ski Hall of Fame. Their passion and dedication will continue to inspire present and future generations. Circumstances related to COVID-19 have impacted the Hall of Fame's physical events. 2 postponements resulted in delays in honoring our new inductees. In order to avoid further delays, the class of 2019 was welcomed into the Canadian Ski Hall of Fame during a virtual event held in June 2021. Viewers from around the globe were able to enjoy the joyous occasion. Please join me in celebrating the class of 2020. I would like to introduce Mr. Jean-Luc Brossard, Olympic gold medalist and our Master of Ceremonies this evening. Thank you and enjoy the show.
Thank you, Eric. I would like now to welcome our honored inductees and our guests to the Canadian Ski Hall of Fame virtual event. We are very proud to honor the class of 2020, whose story we will share with you this evening. We will celebrate the accomplishment of 6 amazing inductees as they are inducted into the Canadian Ski Hall of Fame. Gordon Canning, builder, alpine, bâtisseur en ski alpin. Philippe Chu, para-alpine coach, entraîneur, para-alpin. Alexandre Bilodeau, athlète freestyle, athlète en ski acrobatique. Joseph Fitzgerald, freestyle builder, bâtisseur en ski acrobatique. Darrell McLaughlin, posthumously builder alpine, bâtisseur en ski alpin. Dave Wood, Nordic coach, entraîneur en ski nordique. And now, let the show begin. Place aux intronisés.
Gord Canning was born in London, England, but refers to Cornwall, Ontario as his hometown. He started his career in the ski business at Blue Mountain Resort in 1970 under the direction of Ski Hall of Fame father-in-law Jozo Wider. Gordon became president of the resort in 1978 and led the business until 2014 when he retired. Under his leadership, Blue Mountain made numerous advancements in snowmaking technology, high-speed lifts. Gordon's knowledge and analytical skills led him to overseeing research and development for the Canadian ski industry, studying skier population, demographics, growth, and patterns of visitation, which contributed to raising the standards and the modernization of ski resorts across Canada. Gordon developed Blue Mountain into a year-round resort. He also led a successful partnership with IntraWest in 1999 to create and build Blue Mountain Village. As a highly respected leader, Gordon developed a culture at Blue Mountain which led to high levels of service and numerous loyal employees with tenures of 30 to 40 years. Leaders in the resort industry continue to embrace Gordon Canning's values and management concepts. In recognition of his remarkable contribution as a builder in the snow sports and resort industries, Gordon has been honored with multiple ski industry awards, including Canadian Ski Council's Judith Kilbourne Founders Award in 2002, the Jimmy Spencer Leadership Award in 2006, and the National Ski Areas Association Award in 2011. Gordon is also a generous supporter of local community organizations in the Blue Mountain and Collingwood region. The town of Blue Mountain has named a street after him in honor of his contribution to the growth of skiing and snowboarding and their impact on the local economy. He is a lifetime honorary member of the Toronto Ski Club, the Canadian Ski Patrol System, and the Ontario Snow Resorts Association. After his retirement, Gordon traveled extensively around the world and continues to live in his family home on the slopes of Blue Mountain. He remains an avid skier and a golfer. Gordon is also a proud grandpa of 6 beautiful grandchildren, and his daughter, Andrea, is a national correspondent with NBC in New York City. Gordon's late wife, Catherine Weeder Canning, grew up at Blue Mountain and was a champion ski racer. Together with members of the Weeder family, Gordon has realized much of Jozo's dream. The Weeder canning legacy will live on at Blue Mountain for many decades to come.
I would like to introduce our first presenter, Monsieur Hugh Smythe. Hugh Smythe is a former president of Intra-West Resort Operation and honored member of the Canadian Ski Hall of Fame, class of 2010. Hugh's leadership was instrumental to the growth of Intra-West from a single resort in 1986 to his position in the mid-2000s. He earned a great respect as a leader and as a builder during his 44 years career in the ski industry. Hugh retired from Intra-West in 2009. He resides in Whistler, where he continued to enjoy an active lifestyle year-round.
Hello everyone, and hello Gord. Greetings from here in Whistler, although I wish I could be doing this in person. As a proud member myself of the Canadian Ski Hall of Fame since 2010, it is my great honor, Gord, to welcome you today to the 2020 class of the Canadian Ski Hall of Fame. Having worked closely with you for a number of years in the past, I gained tremendous respect for the role you played at Blue and across the ski industry. Even more important was the great level of respect that you earned from all of your colleagues and the many people that you mentored. Your induction into the Canadian Ski Hall of Fame is extremely well deserved. Congratulations, Gord.
It is a great honor to be inducted into the Canadian Ski Hall of Fame, class of 2020. To have this award presented to me by my good friend Hugh Smythe is also an honor. Thank you, Hugh. I would not be here today without circumstance and a great deal of support throughout my career at Blue Mountain. My father-in-law, Jozo Wider, who founded Blue Mountain Resort in 1941 and is a member of the Hall, died in a tragic accident in 1971. He left behind a tremendous foundation for his family to carry on. I left my job in Toronto and agreed to help out in the short term. Little did I know I would still be at Blue Mountain 43 years later. I would like to thank Jozo's family and longtime board member Urban Joseph for their never-wavering support and guidance. Jozo caught the wave of Toronto baby boomers in the 60s with their energy and disposable income. The resort was able to ride the wave through the decades ahead. Eventually, we were poised to become a major destination. We were fortunate to have a very successful and respectful partnership with Intra-West. The Intra-West Village became a significant catalyst for growth of the resort in the Collingwood Blue Mountains region. There was a very capable team behind our success. I would like to thank our loyal employees and innovative managers, many of whom are second or third generation of the same family. Dan Skelton, the son of our retired VP of Operations, Bill Skelton, is my successor. Key to our operating success was our culture. Our values were caring, trusting, and commitment. Our employees embraced those values through all aspects of the operation. I love the industry. There were challenges, but the rewards were huge, including the feeling you get when you give someone a great experience, introducing someone to skiing, which they and their families can enjoy through generations, working with people who love what they are doing, as I did. Thank you to those who nominated me and to the Hall for inducting me. I'm going to celebrate with a beer at my favorite bar, Jozo's.
Phil Chu's influence and dedication, both as an athlete and as a coach, greatly contributed to the awareness of the sport of para-alpine skiing. Phil was born in Blackburn, England, April 7, 1952. He immigrated to Canada at 4 years old and grew up in North Vancouver. He has been living in Whistler since 1983. Phil was diagnosed with bone cancer when he was 25 years old. He underwent a year of chemotherapy and lost his right leg at the hip. Terry Fox was one of his hospital roommates. During treatment, Phil heard about disabled skiing and decided to take up the sport. After first successfully learning how to ski, he decided to pursue para-alpine ski racing. Phil joined the BC Adaptive and CADS programs in 1978 and the para-alpine ski team in 1982. He was a member of the Canadian National Para-Ski Team for 10 years and competed as a Paralympic athlete in national, world, and Olympic events from 1982 to 1992. Phil retired as a competitive skier with an impressive career, winning multiple Canadian, European, and World Championship medals in slalom, Super G, downhill, and combined. He also demonstrated GS ski racing to the International Olympic Committee in Sarajevo in 1984 and Calgary in 1988. He received 3 Athlete of the Year awards, 2 in BC in 1986 and 1987, and a National Athlete of the Year award in 1987. After retiring from the para-national ski team, Phil decided to take up coaching and became the first level 3 coach with a disability. He coached for 21 years and trained 24 athletes who moved up to the national team, among them Paralympic and World Championships medalists. Being a former para-athlete meant Phil could relate to his athletes on a more meaningful level. He took great pride in recruiting disabled athletes to help them get the most out of life through sport. Phil is the founder of Building Our Best, a 3-day training camp designed to introduce disabled skiers to para-alpine ski racing. Phil fought both a mental and physical battle to become one of the world's top para-skiers of the 1980s and 90s. More than 3 decades later, amongst his many achievements, Phil has competed in the Whistler Grand Fondo bike race, a grueling 122 kilometers ride up the Ski to Sky Highway with more than 1,700 meters of climbing. Sport opened up a whole new world for Phil. Today, skiing and cycling are still a big part of his life. He met his wife Patty through skiing. He has 2 wonderful sons, Kirby and Jordan, and continues to enjoy a great life in Whistler.
Lauren Woolstein-Croft is Canada's most decorated Paralympian skier, winning 8 gold medals, 1 silver, and 1 bronze, 60 World Cup medals, and 8 World Cup titles. She was Canada's flag bearer at the 2010 Paralympic Games in Vancouver. She retired shortly after following 12 stellar years as a member of the Canadian Paralpine ski team. Lauren is an honored member of the Alberta and British Columbia Sports Hall of Fame, and in 2021, she was inducted into the Canadian Ski Hall of Fame. Lauren had also been featured in Toyota Start Your Impossible campaign, where her Good Odds commercial was aired in 2018 during the Super Bowl and the Winter Olympic Games in Pyeongchang.
Hello everybody, it is my true honor to be with you here today, Phil, celebrating your induction into the Canadian Ski Hall of Fame and Museum. You are an absolute legend of our sport, of course first as an athlete, but then as a coach here in Whistler and with the BC Para-Alpine ski team. It's just amazing to see how many athletes that you coached go on to national team and Racing World Cup and the Paralympic level. So you've made such an impact on our sport. And it is my honor to present you with this award for your induction into the Canadian Ski Hall of Fame for 2020. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. And I'd like to thank the Ski Hall of Fame for this great honor and the people that are in the Hall of Fame that I'll be with. It's awesome. But also, I would like to thank my wife, who, without her, I would not be here. She's been a great help and inspiration to me. But I'd also like to thank my assistant coaches, Dallas Smith, Jason Fink, and Sean Blythe for her administration. And I'd also like to thank my coaches, Butch Petrie and Gary Akins. And it's truly been a pleasure for me to be coaching over all these years. I remember, Lauren, seeing you when you were a young skier, and I've watched you develop, and you winning those 5 gold medals at the 2010 Paralympics was awesome. So,
thanks, Phil.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Alexandre Bilodeau was born in Rosemere, Quebec, September 8, 1987. He calls his hometown Montreal and currently resides there. He started to ski at age 7 and was inspired by his idol Jean-Luc Brossard. Alex was a member of the Mount Saint-Sauveur Freestyle Ski Club from 1997 to 2004. He placed 11th at his first Winter Olympics in Turin, Italy in 2006. He also became the youngest skier in history to win a World Cup mogul event. He did so in front of hometown fans at Mont Gabriel in Quebec. In 2009, he won the FIS overall titles for both moguls and freestyle. Alex was a 3-time Olympian and a 9-year member of the Canadian freestyle ski team. He won an Olympic gold medal on home soil at the 2010 Vancouver Games and defended his title with another gold medal performance in Sochi 4 years later. Alex won 5 medals at the FIS World Ski Championships, 3 gold, as well as 48 FIS World Cup medals, of which 19 were gold. Alex and his teammate Jennifer Isle made giving back to charity a priority, and they challenged other athletes to do the same. In honor of his brother Frederick, Alex is a longtime supporter of the Cerebral Palsy Association and a Special Olympics Quebec. He is both a spokesperson and a fundraiser for the Canadian Association of Pediatric Health Centers for Cerebral Palsy Research. Alex is also a sponsor of the Alexandre Bilodeau Fund for Adopted Sports at the MAB Mackay in Montreal, in support of helping disabled children reach their full potential through sports. Among his many accolades, Alex was awarded the Queen Elizabeth II Diamond Jubilee Medal in 2012, the Meritorious Service Medal by the Governor-General of Canada in 2015, the Medal of Honor by the National Assembly of Quebec in 2017, and in 2019 was inducted into the Canadian Sports Hall of Fame. After retiring from competitive sports in 2014, Alex pursued his bachelor's degree in accounting science from the John Molson School of Business at Concordia University in Montreal. Once completed, he focused on his professional career by becoming a certified chartered accountant. Since 2019, Alex is a senior advisor with the private equity firm Walter Capital Partners. Alex still downhill skis on weekends and especially enjoys his newest passion, backcountry skiing. Backflips are no longer a part of his repertoire, but he will forever cherish the memory of the 10 years he competed as a freestyle athlete on the world stage.
Danny Minogue is the founder, president, and CEO of Minogue Medical, a leading Canadian distributor of surgical supply and robotic surgery devices. Danny is the past chairman of the board of Alpine Canada. He is a board member of the Canadian Ski Hall of Fame and Museum and director of fundraising. He is a former elite ski racer and alumni of Alpine Canada Can-Am team from the 1970s. In 2015, Danny and his family inaugurated an annual award that recognizes an upcoming Alpine Canada athletes who demonstrates excellence in all aspects of their current athletic year. The winner of the Minogue Award of Excellence received a $10,000 bursary.
Alex, it's a pleasure to see you again. I'm very honored to have been chosen to present this very special award to you. And I remember you at the gym at Power Watts and just watching in awe about your hard work and determination. And Scott Livingston, who you know very well, who's an athletic therapist, former strength and conditioning coach for the Montreal Canadiens, worked closely preparing you for competitions from 2006 until your retirement. And B210 provided you with a multifaceted team of experts and coaches to bring you up to the level that you achieved. And in Scott's words, Alex did not have the best anaerobic capacity when we first started working together, and if anything, of high intensity that you did together, Alex would inevitably get dizzy and would lie on the floor after the workout because he was so overwhelmed. Is that true?
Oh, plenty of time. Yeah, close to the garbage bin.
We won't tell that story tonight. Your name's still on it. The words give up or give in is not part of his DNA. Watching his brother growing up, Alex realized what he had and never complained about hard work. Of great importance to Alex has always been his dedication to his brother and to his family. And as a member of the board of the Canadian Ski Hall of Fame, it is my great honor to present you with this award and welcome you to the class of 2020 Canadian Ski Hall of Fame.
Thank you.
Alex, congratulations.
Thank you very much. It's such a great honor. as you grow up, as you never imagined to be walking in the footsteps of people that receive this honor and receiving it from you, Danny, that you saw me at all the work with the team of Scotty and everybody at B210, Dom Gauthier, Jennifer Al, which was my big sister, that's in the Hall of Fame. It's just people like that are so inspiring, and they allow me to obtain my full potential. They give me an opportunity, and I'll be always grateful for that. I can remember as far as watching Jean-Luc Brossard winning the Olympic Games in '94, and it was so inspiring. And again, I think Jean-Luc gave me an opportunity to be inspired. Hopefully one day there's going to be another guy or girl taking this award at home and mentioning that they were inspired by the work that we have all done and left behind. It's a great honor. Again, thank you to my family. They've been there all along through my skiing career, but now with my new professional career, they're always there. They're pushing me on an everyday basis, and Dad, Mom, Bea, and obviously Fred, countless hours of in waiting in the car for us, and allowing me again the opportunity to live my dream all the way to the end. Thank you very much to everybody, and I tried my best with the opportunities that you guys give me, and I'll be so great. I'm so grateful of this. Thank you very much.
Picture a place that captures the essence of skiing and snowboarding as emblematic winter experiences. Imagine a place that defines who we are as Canadians and opens the window to our rich culture and heritage. Envision a place that celebrates our past, present, and future. That place is here, the Canadian Ski Hall of Fame. The Canadian Ski Hall of Fame celebrates and enhances the awareness of its snow sports tradition and accomplishments. We highlight the impact our snow sports have on Canadian lives. We honor the pioneers that made these sports great and preserve the history for future generations. We commemorate outstanding individuals who reached the pinnacle of success. Individuals who have significantly contributed to the advancement of our snow sports in Canada. We pay tribute to their competitive skills, their obsession with perfection, their forward-thinking vision, and exceptional leadership. But most importantly, we tell the stories that have changed the course of skiing and snowboarding history. These are not just sports, they are a way of life for Canadians. It's an epic mission that will be enhanced by our virtual presence, enabling greater access to the Hall of Fame and its collection. Bring the vision to life. Inspire future generations to go further, faster, higher. Become a part of the story.
Prenons maintenant un moment pour souligner nos commanditaires qui rendent cet événement possible. It's now time to recognize the following sponsor for the sponsorship of Canadian Ski Hall of Fame Induction event. Their contribution helped to make this event possible. Their generosity has been greatly appreciated. Blue Mountain Resort, Sport Dinaco Inc., Minogue Medical Inc., Canadian Snow Sports Association, IND Films, Canadian Ski Instructor Alliance, and TMD, the marketing department. As a non-profit organization, we rely on the generous contribution from our patrons, friends, and members. You can make a donation by text or in our website, and we thank you for your support. Évidemment, un tel événement est possible grâce à votre contribution. Si le cœur vous en dit de nous faire un don, eh bien, vous pouvez trouver toutes les informations sur notre site web. Be part of a community that shares and engages in Canada's rich ski history and deep tradition. Go to our website and become a member. Si vous désirez continuer à encourager le Musée canadien du ski et le Temple de la renommée, vous pouvez le faire en allant sur notre site web et devenez membre.
Joseph Joe Fitzgerald is one of the most influential and highly respected individuals in freestyle worldwide. His list of accomplishments and his contribution to the sport of freestyle skiing is immeasurable. Joe was born in Calgary, February 4, 1955. His neighbors and childhood friends were the Bowie family, who operated the Happy Valley ski area on the outskirts of Calgary. This is where Joe made his first turns, lighting the torch that would guide his life's pursuit for the decades to follow. Joe took an interest in competitive freestyle skiing and was one of the original members of the Canadian Freestyle Association formed by Darryl Bowie and John Johnson in the 1970s. He became involved with the Freestyle Committee formed by the Canadian Ski Association. At 23, Joe pursued a university education, studying biomechanics and exercise physiology. In 1980, he graduated from the University of Calgary with a Bachelor of Physical Education. During this time, Joe assisted in organizing freestyle competitions, began coaching, and authored the book Anatomy of the Backflip, which became instrumental in educating coaches for aerials. After graduation, Joe was hired as the CSA's first ever freestyle technical director, a posting that brought him to Ottawa. It is during this time that he developed certification programs for coaches and officials and was responsible for organizing the FIS World Cup events in Canada. From there, Joe would come to be involved in nearly every major milestone in the advancement of freestyle skiing in Canada and around the world. In 1984, Joe led Canada's first Canadian national freestyle team. In 1986, he served as the technical delegate at the premier FIS Freestyle World Championships in Tignes, France. Shortly after, he began a 5-year tenure as director of Alberta Freestyle Skiing. In 1988, Joe was appointed chief of competition for the Calgary Olympics, and for the next 12 years, Joe organized the FIS World Cups and continued to accept TD assignments in Europe and North America, including the 1994 Olympic Winter Games in Lillehammer. In 2000, Joe moved to Switzerland to take on a key role with the International Ski Federation. He would embark on a 20-year journey that would see him become a central figure in the period of great growth in freestyle around the world. During his time as freestyle director, the events of ski cross, halfpipe, slopestyle, and big air were added to the FIS World Cup and Olympic Winter Games. Following Joe's departure from the FIS in 2020, his involvement in freestyle continued. He most recently was retained as the international freestyle expert by the organizing committee at the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympic Games. While the core freestyle ski events of moguls and aerials will be the ones most dear to his heart, wherever there is a skier getting up in the air for a little hot dogging, know that Joe's influence is present and that his legacy will live on long into freestyle's future.
For over 40 years, Chris Robinson has worked as an international freestyle coach, event organizer, television personality and producer. He is also the founder of Double Black Diamond Production, and he was the executive producer of Ski Base, the Pontiac World of Skiing, and Ski Television. Chris has also served in many volunteer positions, including president of the Canadian Freestyle Ski Association, chairman of the Canadian Snow Sports Association, and a board member of the Canadian Ski Council. In 2009, Chris was inducted into the Canadian Ski Hall of Fame, and in 2016, he was honored with the prestigious FIS Journalist Award.
It's my great pleasure and honor today to welcome my close friend and colleague for more than 40 years, Joe Fitzgerald, as he is inducted into the Canadian Ski Hall of Fame Class of 2020. Joe, your success in advancing freestyle on the world level began with years of hard work to implement technical programs in Canada in the areas of coaching, officials development, and event organization. This foundational work, along with your contributions to the development of the first Canadian national freestyle ski team competing on the World Cup back in 1984, set Canada on a course to becoming one of the world's leading freestyle nations, which endures today. As well, your work internationally over more than 30 years has contributed to unprecedented growth in freestyle, making it one of today's most successful sports in the Olympic Winter Games. So your legacy in the sport of freestyle skiing will be long-lasting, and today I am pleased to welcome you to the Canadian Ski Hall of Fame Class of 2020. So very well deserved.
Chris, thank you very much for that gracious introduction and welcome, and it's such an honor to be nominated and accepted into the Canadian Ski Hall of Fame and Museum.
Joe, it takes a lot of people to do the work of an international sport, and you are a great leader for so many. Tell me about some of the relationships along the way that helped you get things done.
Oh, well, it first started out with learning how to ski at a local ski area, which was owned by some family friends, the Bowies, and then meeting up with John Johnson, who started the Canadian Freestyle Ski Association. And then that started the whole ball rolling, I suppose. And then worked with the Canadian Ski Association for many, many years, and worked with a lot of friends and long-term colleagues, including Murray Clough, Peter Judge, and Michael Godfrey. Those are people that I competed with very early. And then, of course, yourself, Chris Moore, and also Rick Schwinghammer, of people that I've been on different committees with over the years and worked with both nationally and internationally. So a great group of people that I've been associated with, and really helped out to take the sport where I thought it could be a long time ago.
Well, it's reached great heights thanks to your hard work and commitment over many, many years. And Joe, welcome again to the Canadian Ski Hall of Fame. Very well deserved, joining the class of 2020.
Chris, thank you very much. I look forward to receiving that wonderful memento sometime in the near future.
Darrell McLaughlin was an exceptional alpine ski racing official and a tireless volunteer. His expertise and dedication to alpine racing helped present Canada as a leading force on the world stage. Darrell McLaughlin was born and raised in Calgary, Alberta. He started skiing at an early age, and in 1969 joined the Pascopo Ski Club at Canada Olympic Park. He then moved on to the Sunshine Ski Club in Banff, where he developed into a strong racer. In 1974, Darrell was named to the Alberta ski team. Always a great teammate and friend to all, it was evident that skiing was going to be his calling. As the years passed, Darrell moved on from his racing career and became a highly qualified alpine racing official and dedicated volunteer, both locally and nationally. Each November and December, starting in 1992, Darrell took his calm presence out to the Rockies as men's chief of race for the Lake Louise World Cup. It was also at Lake Louise that he mentored many of today's top race officials. Darrell was the chief of race at the men's alpine events at the 2010 Olympic Winter Games held in Whistler, and a technical delegate at the 2014 Olympics in Sochi. He became one of the most experienced ski racing FIS technical delegate worldwide and delivered many race events at the highest level. When not doing his race duties, Darrell delivered courses and symposia to ski racing officials. Darrell was a natural and charismatic leader who led by example. He motivated a vast army of people to stay involved in ski racing and contribute as he did, with selflessness and respect. When not on the ski hill, Darrell was a talented construction expert for Carson Builders in Calgary and a part-time professor at the University of Calgary. However, his daughter Allison was his priority. He coached her soccer teams growing up and even supported her interest in snowboarding, always putting Allie and her family first. Papo will be dearly missed. Darrell was married to his longtime partner and volunteer buddy, Lynn Gibson. Darrell and Lynn's radiant love for one another grew on the Lake Louise downhill track and panorama ski lifts. They shared a common bond and many memorable ski days together. Darrell passed away from bladder cancer on October 9th, 2020, at 63 years old. It is a big loss for the Lake Louise Organizing Committee and the entire Alpine World Cup family, said Marcus Walder, the Chief Race Director of Men's Alpine Races Worldwide. May Darrell rest in peace.
In his 5 seasons racing on a World Cup, Mike Irwin's most memorable event was always the Kitzbühel downhill, which at that time was dominated by the Crazy Canadian. After retirement from the national team, Mike remained involved in ski racing. He served as a past chair of Alberta Alpine and a director of Alpine Canada. He was chief of race at the Vancouver Olympic, as well as several World Cup races held in Canada. Most recently, at the 2022 Alpine Junior Championship, held in Panorama in BC. Mike is an honor member of the Canadian Rocky Ski Racing Hall of Fame and was inducted into the Canadian Ski Hall of Fame in 2021.
Daryl, I know you're watching. Hey, you are a really good ski racer, but you won a lot of races and you made the Alberta ski team. You're also not a great night person, a great drinker, or a great partier, but you always have an audience around you. They love your stories. They always trust you. You make people very comfortable. What we really have is what you did do. And what you did do is create a legacy for ski racing. And it all started at Lake Louise winter start races. You provided lots of mentorship there, and then it passed on to the World Junior Ski Championships, which Lynn and I were at last week, and we were the officials there as well. So your mentorship, your teaching abilities, your professional attitude for everything you do passed on to all the officials of these great ski races in Canada. So, on behalf of the Canadian Ski Hall of Fame, I have the honor, as an honorary member, to ask you, Lynn Gibson, please take this award on behalf of Daryl McLaughlin.
Well, thank you so much, Mike. It's truly an honor to receive this award on Daryl's behalf, and especially receiving it from you. You and Daryl have been longtime friends and ROC members and colleagues, and have enjoyed many years of skiing and ski racing together. Daryl had an absolute love of ski racing and alpine skiing and was absolutely dedicated to the athletes and the sports. He worked at not only the highest levels of alpine ski racing with FIS and World Cup and Olympics, but he also worked with the grassroots as well, especially most recently at Panorama with the Linda Putnam Memorial Race, or just teaching a level 1 officials course. He had a strong core of dedicated volunteers that he worked with at Lake Louise, and they all worked together with a mutual respect that will carry on for many years to come at other events. Although Daryl wasn't with us long in this world, I wanted to share with you that I was able to read his letter of induction to him on his last day with us in the hospital. I had just received it, Ken Reed forwarded it, and I was able to hold his hand and read him the letter, and it really put a lovely smile on his face. So thank you very much, Mike, and to the Hall of Fame. Very appreciated.
You're welcome, and we're very happy that 2020 Builder Award will go to Daryl McLaughlin. Shall we have a cheers? To Daryl.
Cheers to Daryl.
As a highly respected and renowned Nordic coach, Dave Wood had a formula for success. He inspired and motivated his skiers and helped them produce world-class results. Dave was born in Vancouver, British Columbia. He considers Prince George his hometown and currently resides in Rosslyn, BC. He is a nationally certified Level 4 cross-country coach who only began skiing in his late teens. In 1980, Dave joined the Hickory Wing Ski Club of Prince George and was very active racing for the club. Progressing from competitor in 1986, Dave had an opportunity to assist the head coach of the BC cross-country team and played an important role in preparing athletes for the 1988 Calgary Olympic Games. Following the Olympics, Dave moved into a head coach position and remained in that role for the next 2 years. In 1990, Dave took on a critical technical role as head wax technician for the Cross Country Canada's international program. In 1994, he returned to Cross Country BC to lead the BC team and the provincial training center starting up in Prince George. While in this role, he maintained his relationship with the national ski team program and was part of the coaching support staff for the 1994 Olympic Winter Games in Lillehammer. In 1995, Cross Country Canada restarted a national junior development program operating out of Canmore, Alberta. With a reputation of guiding Canada's best young racers, Dave left Prince George and moved to Canmore to coach this program. In 1998, Dave took over the struggling national cross-country ski team. Under his guidance as head coach and team leader, Dave rebuilt the program in disarray, resulting in some of the greatest success stories. Under his helm, Becky Scott won gold at the 2002 Salt Lake City Winter Olympics. In 2006 at the Winter Olympics in Turin, Italy, Chandra Crawford won gold while Sarah Renner and Becky Scott won silver in team sprint. Dave raised the bar with unprecedented results and is considered to be one of the most respected Canadian cross-country coaches of all time. His 25-year career included 12 years as head coach of the national team, 7 Winter Olympic Games, 9 World Championships, 4 Junior Championships, and multiple World Cups. He rose to become a world-class coach and a deserving recipient when in 2014 he was inducted into the Prince George Sports Hall of Fame. Dave resigned from Cross Country Canada in 2010 and returned to BC, where he worked with the Blackjack Nordic Ski Club to develop the Nordic Academy for skiers 13 to 18. Although now retired, Dave continues to support cross-country events and enjoys life in Rossland with his wife Allison and his 2 spaniels. He skis most days, alpine or cross-country, sometimes both on the same day, and he keeps in touch with the many athletes he coached and in whose lives he made a significant difference.
Becky Scott is a retired champion cross-country skier with an Olympic gold and silver medal and 17 World Cup podium finishes. She is an officer of the Order of Canada, a member of the Canadian Sports Hall of Fame, the Canadian Olympic Hall of Fame, and the Canadian Ski Hall of Fame class of 2010. She holds honorary law doctorate from both the University of Alberta and British Columbia. Becky was recognized globally for her advocacy on behalf of the athletes' rights. For 6 years, she served as the chair of the World Anti-Doping Athletes Committee. And along with Finnish hockey player Saku Koivu, Becky served as an athlete member of the International Olympic Committee for an 8-year term.
As an honored member of the Canadian Ski Hall of Fame, Dave, it is my privilege and really an honor to present you with this award and welcome you as an inductee into the Canadian Ski Hall of Fame. Congratulations.
Thanks, Becky. When I started this, let's say, journey, my main goal was to increase the standing of the Canadian cross-country ski team and increase the respect of our team in the skiing world. And along the way, I was lucky in that we had athletes that bought into that, Becky, and obviously contributed. But also there were others, Yves Bilodeau, a long-time team member, team employee, and hard worker for the Canadian team. Rob Gray, who was a volunteer coach with us, but contributed for many years. Dr. Dave Smith, who was a good friend, but also a continuous source of information and ideas and ways forward, and Tom Holland, our high performance director at the time. There were others, but those main people that really helped us, and thanks to them, and of course you know, the support from home has always been there, so I have to recognize that. Thanks, Allison. And it's been a good journey. So I'm happy to be here and looking forward to what comes.
Great, thanks, Dave. So, I mean, you've obviously had a lot of success as a high performance coach and on the international playing field, but you also set the bar in terms of, you know, culture and leadership and creating a team environment that was both focused on high performance but also had a lot of fun. Do you have any highlights from any of those years or any moments that you remember?
Well, of course there's lots, but I mean, I guess the obvious first big memory has to be the Salt Lake City pursuit race that Becky went to the podium, actually 3 times, but the initial race at Salt Lake City when she did that was incredible, and I think it instilled the belief and the drive to move forward, because in Torino 2006 the Olympic results were good, but everything else around it was even better in a way. So yeah.
And I think everyone will want to know, what are you doing now, Dave?
Well, looking after the dogs, shoveling snow, you know, a normal retiree. I still volunteer in my club and help out with skiing in Rossland, but yeah, on a much reduced level.
Great. Well, congratulations, Dave, on behalf of the ski community and the Ski Hall of Fame.
Thank you, Becky.
Évidemment, un événement comme celui-ci ne serait possible sans l'implication profonde de nombreuses personnes. Prenons maintenant le temps de les féliciter. Let's take a moment to thank the organizer. First, a big thanks to you, James Chisholm, Director of Events, who worked tirelessly to plan, organize, and produce this event. Thank you to Joanne Eward, Executive Director of the Canadian Ski Hall of Fame and Museum, for dedication and support, and also for assisting Jane. Thank you to Peter Webster, Chair of the Hall of Fame Selection Committee, and his diligent selection team. Merci to my good friend Peter Duncan for doing a magnificent job with the voiceover of the inductee videos. Thank you to the Board of Directors of the Canadian Ski Hall of Fame and Museum for embracing this event. And finally, an enormous thanks to the I&D film team, Emmy Award-winning producer Israel Bonecki, Brendan Skorsky, and Delphine Clorec. Their expertise has been instrumental in putting the show tonight. Merci beaucoup d'avoir pris le temps ce soir de regarder cette cérémonie d'introduction. Thank you for attending. We hope you enjoyed the event from wherever you are. The induction event video, as well as a digital copy of the Class of 2020 Memento magazine, will be available to view on the Canadian Ski Hall of Fame website. Thank you to our honor inductees, their nominator and their presenter, and our guests for joining us this evening. As a national organization, we hold an induction event annually and encourage you to submit names of eligible candidates for 2022. The form can be found in our website. Thank you again to all of our sponsors, our organizing team, and all of you for making this possible. Congratulations to our 6 new honored members. Mesdames et messieurs, félicitations à tous nos nouveaux intronisés et merci d'avoir pris le temps d'être avec nous ce soir. See you next year.